Assalamu alaikum. I'm happy to tell you that I'm back with another page of Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, page 22. I had done 20 and 21 previously, and now I am doing page 22 on the same subject known as Tawheed. And this subject, I hope, will be something new for you to digest that hasn't been discussed, as I say, properly. I do sound like quite the critic, don't I? Well, I am when it comes to what's been explained to you, you non-native speakers or readers of Arabic. I really do feel that I'm responsible for you because I was once like you. And when I didn't read Arabic, I had so many questions and there was nowhere I could get an answer. So bi'idhnillah, I don't want to be accused of squelching the knowledge that I have. It's called katam al-ilm, and it's a dangerous thing. So since coming out of Ramadan, I'm being more vigilant on myself, that certain things that I know are important and that haven't been properly discussed. And today we're discussing the changing of the direction of prayer. In Arabic, it's called tahwil al-qibla. Now, qibla, as you know, you've heard that before, is the direction of prayer. And you find it now on your smartphone and you have the little compass to tell you what to do. Well, it comes from the root qabala, which means to come near or to come close to something or someone. Interestingly, in our marriage in Islam, we're supposed to have qabul, which is coming from qabala, so that those who are marrying meet and see each other. Well, doesn't that make a lot of sense? And the traditions that you've heard before, you know, sight unseen, are not of the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad. So those countries who prefer that, well, in Islam you're free. But the real freedom comes from the meaning of Allah's words in the Quran, and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, which he teaches us is the best way to practice. And that's why we have Prophet Muhammad's words and behavior. Beginning on page 22, Surah Al-Baqarah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سيقول السفهاء من الناس ما ولاهم عن قبلتهم التي كانوا عليها قل لله المشرق والمغرب يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط المستقيم. Allah says, foolish people, sufaha mean those who have no knowledge and they're speaking out of their whims and they're I don't want to say they're idiots, but sufaha is a very heavy word. You don't want to be called Safiya, you don't. Allah had mentioned previously that if we don't follow the way of Ibrahim, Safiya nafs, it means to make a fool out of yourself. So Allah says those who are asking about this, they're asking what turned them away from that previous qibla that they were facing when they prayed. Say, to Allah is east and west, and He will guide whom He will to the straight path. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. This is a long verse, so we're breaking it up now. Allah says, this is why, or kadalika, in other words, this, or like that, we made you a middle nation, ummatan wasat, so that you would be witnesses over Nas, all people. And the Prophet Muhammad, this is a really important part, وَيَكُونَ رَسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا, and Prophet Muhammad would be over you, witnessing. Meaning, I believe, if you say you're Muslim, are you following the Sunnah? Because Allah said, Rasul, and that's singular, and that would be Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is witnessing over us. وَمَا جَعَلْنَا الْقِبْلَةَ الَّتِي كُنْتَ عَلَيْهَا إِلَّا لِنَعْلَمَ مَنْ يَتَّبِعُ الرَّسُولَ مِمَّنْ يَنْقَلِبُ عَلَى عَقِبَيْهِ. Now here is the essence of the whole subject, which has not been brought forward properly, I believe. Allah said He didn't change His qibla. وَمَا جَعَلْنَا الْقِبْلَةَ الَّتِي كُنْتَ عَلَيْهَا. He didn't change it from that which were you on before. In other words, praying to the direction of Jerusalem, except that we know who is following a Rasul, the Prophet Muhammad. مِمَّنْ يَنْقَلِبُ عَلَى عَقِبَيْهِ. From that, or from those who are falling back. وَإِنْ كَانَتْ لَكَبِيرَةً إِلَّا عَلَى الَّذِينَ هَدَى اللَّهُ. And this is very huge, except for those who Allah guided. وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُضِيعَ إِيمَانَكُمْ. And it is not for Allah to lose your faith. إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِنَاسِ لَرَؤُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. So when Allah says to you, this is something huge, kabira, can't you see it is kabira? Can't you see how difficult it is for those who were born and raised and, not born, I shouldn't say we were all born Muslims when we made the Shahada, and we went through this about the Qada wa Qadar and how we all testify that Allah is one. But think about it. It's not an easy thing to testify and come openly out and say, I'm not doing this anymore, as I did for so long in the Catholic Church. I now do this, and I make bowing, and I make prostration, and I'm praying as a Muslim, and I'm facing Mecca. And Allah said, you won't be able to do this. It's huge, unless Allah has guided you. And it says at the end, وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُضِيعَ إِيمَانَكُمْ. Allah will not lose your faith. Why? Because He's Ra'uf ar-Rahim. Ra'uf means He's friendly and He's merciful. Rahim. He's not harsh. He's not a victimizer. He's not going to punish you because you left your former ways. قَدْ نَرَى تَقَلُّبَ وَجْهِكَ فِي السَّمَاءِ فَلَنُوَلِّيَنَّكَ قِبْلَةً تَرْضَاهَا فَوَلِّي وَجْهَكَ الشَّطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. Allah says, He saw you turning your face to the sky. And then He said, He will give you a qibla that you will be pleased with. Tardaha, rida, means to be content. And Allah saw you turning your face to the sky. So you can say those who follow Prophet Muhammad will get a better qibla. Because Allah said, you will be content with it. فَوَلِّي وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. So turn your face towards the Masjid al-Haram. وَحَيْثُ مَا كُنْتُمْ فَوَلُّوا وَجُوهَكُمْ شَطْرًا. And wherever you've been, turn your face to the shatra. And I'll explain the shatra because it's very important. وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ لَيَعْلَمُونَ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ أَمَّا يَعْمَلُونَ. Allah said He saw you looking up and He gave you a direction of prayer that you will be satisfied, contented, and pleased with. And then to turn towards the Shatra and Masjid al-Haram. Many times, I don't want to say the Sufaha, because some people just have truly honest questions and they want to know. They're not like the Sufaha who just foolishly reject everything that's coming from somewhere else and they just say, I'm going to follow my ancestors. Well, I've been asked this question many times and I never really could give a definite answer unless and until I knew Arabic. And it came to me in such a way, you know, we have the Persian language, which is resembling Arabic, but the Shia speak that. And imagine, Allah can do anything. He can give the knowledge in any which way He wants. So I'm learning about this game called chess, and it's called shatrang. And I was told that shatrang is not Arabic, it's a Persian word. And they were the ones who first started playing it, but now it's quite loved all over the world. It's loved in America, and the Arabs love it too. And I thought, shatrang, shatra, what could be the connection here? That's what I always do. So I looked in my dictionaries and I found that the shatra is the direction. Any direction. Now, you know when you play chess how you move, though. Well, I don't like to play games, board games or any other games, but I know that you move about, and it's a strategic blockage from, suppose that it's a game of war, your enemy, I don't know. But the Kaaba, as you know, is a cube object. And I think I recall, I was such a near failure in geometry and any sort of math. Just never could really imagine why I had to study this. And I did not succeed very well. I learned a smattering of it because I didn't want to. You do what you love. And I always love languages. So here I am. The direction is any face of that cubic structure. So therefore, wherever you are, you turn towards the Shatra and Masjid al-Haram. So those who like to argue and say, well, what do you mean northeast, northwest, south, north? What are you people doing? Because you're all spinning around this globe and it doesn't make sense because you're not facing in the same direction. So with my limited capabilities in geometry, I came to this conclusion. Why? Because this is mentioned 4 times on this page and the next page. Wherever you are, and in the Arabic, it's so beautiful. Arabic is locked down, using some sort of a simile of what we're living in now. If you know Arabic, there's no escape. You can't get out. It tells you the truth. It says, and we'll know when we do the next page, wherever you are, wherever you've been, wherever you have come from, turn your face to Shatra al-Masjid al-Haram. In that direction. Now they call it the prayer direction and the change of direction for the prayer. But I will also elaborate on that a little bit later. Is it only the prayer, or what's going on here with this Shatr al-Masjid al-Haram? Oh, I might as well tell you now before I forget. 15 minutes? No, I won't. I'm going to finish this page because I always like to keep this brief so people, when they look, will say, oh, it's only 15 minutes. I'll watch it. Sometimes the half an hour just, I don't know. In the times we're living in, people are scatterbrained. It's hard for them to focus. And so we want short lessons, inshallah. We'll finish this and we'll go over it again. وَحَيْثُمَا كُنْتُمْ فَوَّلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ شَطْرًا وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ لَيَعْلَمُونَ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ أَمَّا يَعْمَلُونَ. Allah says here, where you were, where you have been, turn in that direction. And those who've been given that book, and here it's specifically referring, of course, to the misnomer we say Jews and Christians. I'm going to a whole lesson on why those words shouldn't really be used instead of Arabic, but for the sake of you, Americans, English speakers, we will say Christians and Jews for now, have been given the book, because we know the book is inclusive of the Torah of Musa and the Injil of Isa. So you all are supposed to turn in the direction of Mecca. Because Allah says, La ya'lamuna anhu al-haq. They know it's the truth. Min rabbihim, from their Lord. Even if they don't admit Allah, it says in the Quran, Allah, Rabbi wa Rabbukum. He's my Lord and He's your Lord. And then Allah is not unmindful of what you do. And the last verse, وَلَئِنْ أَتَيْتَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ بِكُلِّ آيَةٍ مَا تَبِعُوا قِبْلَتَكَ وَمَا أَنْتَ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَتَهُمْ وَمَا بَعْضُهُمْ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَةَ بَعْضٍ وَلَئِنِ اتَّبَعْتَ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِنَّكَ إِذًا لَمِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Allah says, if you gave those who were given the book every sign, they will not follow your qibla. And you will not follow their qibla. And some of them will not follow the qibla of others of them. And if you follow their whims, ahwa means unfounded whims and desires, which are not going to do any good. If you follow their whims after you have gained the knowledge, then you will be min al-dhalimin. I think I've told you before, min signifies part of, some of, not all. And it's also used as from. So you would be of the oppressors, from the oppressors. You would resemble the oppressors. And I told you the meaning of dhalim, dhulm, dhalimin means to put something in its wrong place is an extreme oppression. So once you know this book, even if you've only heard about it and read it briefly, it ought to affect you enough that you would say, Aslam, I submit. La ilaha illallah. Inshallah. See you next time. Assalamu alaikum.